everyone, and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. We are going to be looking at an area that a lot of people do go to, but many don't, because they don't understand it. And that is Bordeaux Blanc, or Entre-Duex-Mers, which is also an area in Bordeaux, down in the southeast of Bordeaux. And these are Sauvignon Blancs with Semillon. Now, Semillon's an interesting grape. And a lot of people, again, we don't do a lot of Semillon in the States. In fact, I think the only Semillon that I carry in the store is from Lake Hole. And Semillon makes some of the best dessert wines in the world. Have you ever heard of Chateau Yquem? I mean, this stuff goes for a split, goes for like $300-400, just a half bottle. Highly sought after dessert wines. Both, Noble Rot and Semillon is the grape that they use for those wines down in southern Bordeaux. The ones in the Entre-Duex-Mers and the ones that are just labeled Bordeaux you'll find are very reasonably priced. And I want to show you quickly where Entre-Duex-Mers is. Entre-Duex-Mers actually means between two seas, literally, but what they really mean is between two rivers. The Dordogne and the Gironde River. Let's see, let's go here to the map of, I had it marked here, sorry, oh yeah. So if you look here, you might not be able to see it very well, but here's Bordeaux, here's the Gironde River, and it splits off right here into the Dordogne River. And so the Dordogne is the river that is on the southern part, or the northern part of the borders Entre-Duex-Mers, which is right here. And then the Gironde goes down and through here, and it is the border of the southern part of Entre-Duex-Mers. So between the two rivers is what it is. And I'll just go to one more picture. I'll give you a bigger picture of this area. So here you go. This is the Entre-Duex-Mers Graves region of Bordeaux, right in this area. And Entre-Duex-Mers is a pretty big area, right in through here. Some of the best value white wines you'll find, they're really concentrating on their quality of those wines down there. They used to be considered just kind of cheap table wines, but they've come a long way. And I actually go to Entre-Duex-Mers and Bordeaux Blancs to find the best values in Sauvignon Blanc. And they're usually predominantly Sauvignon Blanc. So, let's get started. This is the Chateau Nicot, they say they're T's, Entre-Duex-Mers 2018. And this rolls in at $11. And this is 60% Sauvignon Blanc, 30% Semillon, and 10% Muscadel. They throw the Muscadel in there to give it a little fruitier character. Very interesting about Semillon. I'm going to stick on Semillon because I think a lot of you know what Sauvignon Blanc is. Most famous or best-selling Sauvignon Blancs? You tell me. Where do you think the best-selling Sauvignon Blancs come from? What country? Make a comment. See if you know the answer to that. I think most of you do. But I like to look to France, southern Bordeaux, for Sauvignon Blanc mixed with Semillon. It's interesting doing a little research on Semillon, the color on that. Got a little straw action going on there, which is true of Semillon. See what we get on the nose. So it's predominantly Sauvignon Blanc, $11, great value if it is any good. So I get a grapefruit right off the bat. My wife Susie would not like this wine. She does not like grapefruit profile in her whites. Get a little coconut meat going on there. Yeah, so just a grapefruit pith, and a little bit of coconut. I like the color on that. Semillon, now this is something I didn't know. I'm doing a little bit of research. Aside from being the key grape in Sauternes, which is one of the most famous dessert wines, Chateau Yquem, Sauternes, I don't think I said that, where they rot the grapes on the vine and they press them. Noble Rot is what they call it. It is also famous in the Hunter Valley, just north of Sydney in Australia. In fact, they say some of the longest living white wines are from the Hunter Valley, made from Semillon. Crazy. I got to get my hands on some now. I need to know. I need to find out what they're all about. Maybe even do an episode. Don't know if any of my distributors have Hunter Valley Semillon. Interesting point, in Bordeaux, the most planted grape in 1960 was Semillon. There you go. So on the nose we get a little grapefruit pith. I'm getting a little bit of white flour and coconut meat for some reason. Okay, let's see what we get on the palate. The grapefruit doesn't come through as strongly on this one. In fact, it's very subtle grapefruit notes. Get a little melon coming through. Good acidity, but not acid like you would think of, like some of the New Zealand Sauv Blancs that come out that, that really, really cut your tongue. This is mellow on the acid side, very fresh on palate. A little bit of lemon, melon, touch of grapefruit, not a lot. Probably would turn my wife off. She doesn't like any grapefruit in her whites at all. A little bit of long finish, just a touch of bubble gum coming through, but not a lot. Well, nah, I'm going to get away from the bubble gum. It just reminded me a little bit like after you're done chewing some bazooka, it's out of your mouth. That lingering kind of flavor that's there, that's what it reminds me of. It's not strong though. A little on the weak side, almost to the watery point. It's fresh, it's clean, it's simple. You wouldn't even think about this. You could glug it down quickly. It would be good. This would be great with clams, any sort of like shrimp or anything like that. This is a great cooking wine, 11 bucks. Splash them in the clams, drink a little bit. But overall, I think it's just pretty basic Sauvignon Blanc Semillon from Entre-Duex-Mers. And yeah, I'm going to go C+. Nothing too exciting. In fact, I'm just going to go C. Not even going C+. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fresh. It's clean. It just doesn't have very much flavor. In fact, I'm going to go C-. That's where I'm going with that one. Let's move on. This is the Chateau La Marantine Bordeaux, White Bordeaux, 2018. Same vintage. This was in at $12, so only $1 more. This is 80% Sauvignon Blanc, 20% Semillon. So give it a little rinse here. Yeah, 11 bucks is nothing to spend on that, really, but I think I could find better wines in that price range from this region. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, there's the label. Chateau La Marantine. I think I've reviewed their Bordeaux that has been sitting in the back. In fact, I probably still have a couple of bottles back there of this wine. Let's see what we get on the nose. This has a little stink action. I like that. I get a little nuttiness on this, which is cool. Same, a little more golden this one is than the last one. Definitely getting a melon component. No grapefruit on this one. I'm getting just a touch of diesel. Maybe just, I get the essence of peach, but not a lot. Let's see what we get on the palate. So the nose is not, super expressive. A little bit of grass, fresh cut grass, but not a lot. Melon, little kiwi coming through on this one, as well as some lemon lime zest. The acidity is very mild on this. It's there, but it's very mild. In fact, Semillon is not known to have high acid, and that's why they blend it with Sauvignon Blanc. But Semillon is a little bit richer, and this has sort of a richness to it that the other one didn't. There's some body to this one. There's some weight in the mouth. I like that. The finish is fairly long. The melon, I get a little white flour, get that kind of kiwi, lemon, lime zest coming through. No grapefruit on this. If any, it's barely any grapefruit. Nice wine for $12. I think this is a very solid wine. Good weight in the mouth. Nice fresh finish. That lemon zest comes through at the very back end. I like this wine. I'm going to go B on this. Yeah, straight up B. I like it. It's a good wine. There you go. Hopefully you learned something from these. I really like doing these. I like to educate you a little bit and help you to really, the point is to show you some wines and is it worth it, is it not worth it, worth it. There you go. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You keep watching and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.